What's up? It's Zach for 91X Riffs. I'm here with Brian from Silversun Pickups. We're gonna talk a little bit about Lazy Eye.
Okay.
So
you should know how to play this already.
I don't because I've never
beginners. This is beginners.
I've never approached it.
It's so easy. It's so easy. I literally fell over my guitar one time and I made this song.
And the guitar fell over and that's what it sounded like.
It literally. I was like, oh no! I was like, wow. It's just a studio moment.
Caught it and then it just kind of happened.
Yeah. Seriously,
I can hear that happening.
Yeah, I mean, Lazy Eye is very easy, but with us it was always about, this is a really early song of ours, and we never think in like chords or things like that. Everything's sort of movements and slides and kind of vibe, even then.
Dissonance and resolution.
So we're a producer's nightmare because they would always say B, and we're like, well, it's just this thing, you know? So it was really quite simple. I mean, it literally was just like, I love bending notes. I love open strings and high frets combined. So it's like literally just. But with this song in particular, which we were really interested too, is like not having a lot of big chord too. So we always hit in just two strings. So to make it like to sound really tight, you know.
Yeah. So just on the bottom two strings.
With a slight muffle. I'm just kidding, I made that up. I just do that accidentally.
There's a little bend.
Yeah, bending. You gotta bend everything, you gotta bend everything. And then, oh, big move. Our philosophy is always like, especially with this song, when we've changed a little bit since, but at the time, we liked repetitive stuff that just kind of constantly happened. Because in our heads, if you had the same drum beat going on for 7 minutes and for 1 second you took one snare away, that's just so much more powerful than drum solo all the time, you know? So just little tiny changes in this song feel big, even though it's all very linear. The song pretty much stays on one chorus. So just like...
So that little bit right there.
It's just a little, just these two notes.
Oh, when you go. Like that?
Yeah.
So slide down.
And bend. Gotta bend.
And then it just comes down to this chord, so you're not moving far.
So easy, yeah. But see, that always sounds so much better to me than... I just like...
Yeah. And then it slides right back
into it. And you go to the next part, which is, again, slide. So you're going to go from these two strings, and then you're going to pop up to these two strings, and then come back down to these.
And then what do you play on these two?
I'd be the worst guitar teacher of all time. So I really don't understand. I don't understand how it works.
That's perfect. You're explaining it perfectly. It's like on these two strings.
No, I've been waiting. Stay on this. For this moment.
So there.
Slides are important. If I get lazy, you can kind of do this.
Oh, this.
But I don't like it as much.
Right.
I don't like it. I like it so much better. You know what I mean? Just
you're sliding
silly little details that I mean, sure, other people don't hear, but I hear it.
And you feel it too, and so you've got to feel that to express it, right?
Sort of about feeling, yeah.
If you're playing it different, it has a different feel.
We've played that song for so long over the years, but it's every time we get to it live, it's just locked back into that brain of what it meant, like how it feels, you know.
Yeah.
Everything's always about how it feels, and so it's so interesting. But I don't know where we're headed.
Let's take that one from the top and see if I can follow you on it then.
It's gonna be hard.
It will be. That's
I'm
the
telling
funny
you. You have to
thing,
use 2 whole fingers and 3 whole strings.
All right.
Just take these off.
The bass player for Rollins Band did that back in the day, right?
Totally.
He only had the bottom 2 bass strings on there.
Also, too, because there's a part in the song which I think gets a little crazy, and really, like, the radio version doesn't have it, but on the album, it's like we do a real big, crazy freak out noise section, and that is when you start going to all these things.
That's when you explore the fretboard more.
But yeah, it's really when you open up a guitar then and then go right back to being tight, you know?
Right, and that's what I love about it. The dynamics are huge in this song.
Yeah, yeah.
And you come out with just clean. I have a feeling you just have a lot to do.
We're really proud of
just
that song because we don't work with a committee of people at all. We're basically ourselves, and that can freak out people that work with us. And Lazy Eye was very confusing for people, and it was one of those songs that when we were recording it, I had to. A producer really wanted us to alter it, and they're like, "There's no chorus, there's no that," and we were like, "What's a chorus? I don't care. A song's a song."
They wanted you to change the whole structure of the song.
They just were like, "This doesn't make any sense." And so what I loved about it is that I had to stand up for it, and without way, like, I started kind of like thinking to put parts in it, and I was like, once you put some more parts in this thing's gonna feel so long. Like the reason why it doesn't feel long is because it's just linear, and we're just kind of on this thing. If we did more things, it'd be a prog song, and I was like, no way.
Exactly.
I was like, there's no way this is gonna be a vibe, and we're not changing it, and then it happened to do well. And that's true, because songwriting 101, it's like, where's the chorus in this song?
Well, it doesn't need a chorus. Your dynamics give it musical direction alone.
But I think
the rhythm figure.
Choruses are, they're in there, you know? That just means something different, like some moment of relief. That's what in our head, a chorus is sort of like an ending to a part. It's not the screaming and this and that or some catchy, stupid thing. It's just like the part, this sort of section ends in a way. And that's sort of how we see it. And that's why we're really proud of this song, because it's one of the weird ones.
Well, and it has musical direction with the way you've written it alone, and that's really the purpose of why people want bridges and choruses in songs, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell right away when a bridge is there because they thought they needed one.
Yeah,
and
it's so contrived.
Hey, let me tell you, kids, you don't need it.
No, you don't.
If you didn't write one, don't put it in there.
No, you can use this song as a prime example of using dynamics.
Yeah, I mean, some people think the chorus is just the crazy guitars at the end. I mean, and I think it's whatever you want. I mean, it's super fun, but it is confusing when we're in a studio and trying to talk about parts.
Go back to that part.
People are like, let's do the bland. What about the woo?
But everyone knows once you start speaking the same language.
Sort of, yeah.
Right?
Once we all, yeah. Our
producers
always pull their hair out because they're always talking about a different part than we are.
That's good. That makes for some dynamic recording too.
Yeah. And that's it, really.
Cool.
And then and then another thing that I like to do is like, so when it goes like, when I start screaming, right? I always like to have the lows and the highs and just cut the mid out.
Oh, so you like mute the G or something, so it's not
something
like
like
there.
Hear that?
Oh. Where's that high note? Oh.
It's like the way that sounds. I like to separate. Low and high.
Sounds good.
Like Panic Switch is a good example. Panic Switch, I go. To me, it's negative space in there. Yeah, it's awesome.
And then you got that melodic note up top.
I can't get away from that.
So that's the Silversun Pickups signature chord right
there.
there.
I mean, it's just some reason I just love that. I love it when things sound separate, you know.
Yeah.
Also, I think because I'm the only guitar player in the band too, I think I'm also sort of trying to create another sound on top of it.
Right.
And stuff like that. But I noticed lately I gotta stop bending because I love bending so much. I think I gotta pull it back.
Why?
Last night.
You're just bending too much? Or
remember last night we were playing Panic Switch at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles, and I was just going like, I was like, all right, dude, stop it.
You got carried away.
And I was like, all right, dude, I don't want to sound like a cover band.
Nikki, were you feeling that? Were you like, do you guys have a thing where you're like, hey, enough is enough?
No, we don't even look at each other or talk to each other anymore.
It's been that long?
Yeah, no, we're not even, no, this is awkward if we're in the room together.
Well, I appreciate it.
Is Nikki's an off-screen voice?
Hello.
We don't even know she's really here because we can't hear her or see her, so.
Yeah, there she comes. Oh, God, of course.
The whole crew's here, look at that.
Yeah, and you know who's behind the camera as well? Radiohead. It's true. Tom, put that down. Arcade Fire, what are you doing here?
Unfortunately, you guys sit back down, we gotta wrap this up.
Jeff Tweedy, I'll talk to you in a minute, I got a thing.
91X Riffs, Brian Silversun Pickups. That was cool, man. Thanks.
Sure.